Hello, everyone. We're continuing with the HSR story. Where do I need to go?
Ah, look! There's a convenience store! Mind if I grab a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue while we're waiting?
Is that the comic based on the Express's adventures? The author sure knows how to tap into what's trending.
The best part is that the author drew all of us as adorable little animals! Totally fits our personas, don't you think?
You're super adorable, Marsh Bunny. I'm the protagonist, you know. The author's likely entrenching on RIP. There should be cute, Marsh Bunny.
Gotcha, baseball raccoon.
In fact, it was recently announced that the Fluffy is getting an animated adaptation, and the copyright for it is currently held by Pearlux Corp.
It's a super memorable comic! No way can I miss getting a copy while I'm here. I promise I won't be long. A couple of minutes, tops.
Looks like we got here on the early side. Since coming to this world, I still haven't had a chance to get a street-level view of the city. How about this? We'll meet up under the ad at the Plaza Gate in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Might as well take a look around then.
Absolutely insane! Did you see the post I shared? Hey, you hear the news? There was a supplicant battle at Graphia Academy.
Yeah, I saw it. The online forums are already blowing up.
Alondra, stop!
The supplicant called Sparksy. How terrifying! Actually using live streams to spread memetic viruses. Eons, that's just evil! I can't believe the Department of Aberration Defense is letting someone that dangerous run loose!
I heard her livestream got permabanned. Good thing that Nameless from the Astral Express acted so quickly.
I wonder what the next supplicant will do.
Have you read the new chapter of Fluffy Across the Blue?
Sorry, I'm not into comics for kids.
They just released the official concept art for that giant pom-pom robot!
That mech design is totally unrealistic. What's so great about it?
Do you have the slightest clue how to talk to other people? Do you?
Hey, relax. Now, if we were talking about a fusion between Daybreak Squadron and the Raccoon, that would totally get my attention.
Wow! You are unbelievably childish!
Who's more childish is the question.
Hello there. Would you like to learn more about the Research Society of Happy Smiles?
So, are there any charges or fees?
Isn't that Detective Passerby? What's he doing here?
Is the weight of work and stress in your life crushing you? Check out the Research Society of Happy Smiles.
So, this free?
Rest assured, the only thing joining our Research Society will cost you is a bit of your precious time. We've set up a venue near Dovebrook, where we offer free psychological counseling and living assistance to all visitors. All our services are provided free of charge.
I had a friend who passed away, and he'd mentioned you before. He told me that if I ever ran into trouble, the kind people at the Research Society would help me.
Asheville?
Your friend passed away? How terribly sad. But the words he left you have illuminated your path in life.
He told me that if I joined the Research Society of Happy Smiles, I could get rid of my suffering forever and be eternally happy. Is that true?
Of course it's true. Just look at the society we live in. Everyone's suspicious and dismissive of one another, and willing to take dangerous risks just for a little pleasure, for a thrill. Did you hear about how a streamer took over Graphia Academy and was trying to spread a memetic virus through the internet? And over in Duffbrook, gang violence erupted and left a pile of corpses in its wake. Oh, may the Master of Elation save us all. The Research Society was founded with the sole purpose of healing humanity's incurable inner pain. Following Aha's creed, we aim to spread laughter across the mortal coil and eliminate all suffering.
Asheville, don't fall hard.
Exactly what it says. As an eraser wipes away the doodles of a pencil, so too shall the pain be wiped away. Have either of you heard about the tragedy of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago?
I've heard of it.
Why, of course you have. You're the Astral Express's superstar. You've even dug up everything there is to know about something that happened over a decade ago. There was an awful accident during the last Phantom Moon Games, and many people lost their loved ones and children. It was as if a hole that could never be filled had been drilled into their hearts, leaving only sorrow to accompany them for the rest of their lives. To escape their suffering, these people who had lost their loved ones gathered together and established a mutual support association. This was the Research Society of Happy Smiles' predecessor. It's now been well over a decade, and the Research Society continues to help more and more people emerge from the darkness in their lives and step into a brighter, happier future. Come to think of it, it would be most wonderful if a distinguished person like yourself were also interested in our Research Society. Should you find yourself with a moment to spare, please come and visit our Mutual Aid Society.
Well, if it isn't the Astral Express's superstar. Of course it's you. Looks like we really were bound to run into each other.
Ah, Detective Passerby, what are you doing?
Perish the thought! You're the hero who just saved Duo Mention City. Laying a hand on you would spark public outrage. I'm here to do my job. Problem is, you've gone and messed up my investigation.
How'd I manage that?
The Research Society of Happy Smiles. You think they're just some random charity outfit? You must have heard about the Sinwish Syndicate killings in Duffbrook, right? The lead I'm following might be connected to this Research Society of Happy Smiles. But I'll stop there. Not like you're going to pay for my intel, and none of this is any of your business anyway.
Someone I knew died in that incident.
Ah. Based on your social circle, you wouldn't be talking about the poor IPC sap who was unlucky enough to be there, huh? Planning to avenge him?
I plan on defeating the Herald of Death. That means revenge.
Oh. So your next miracle will be executing the Herald of Death. Can't say I'm surprised.
Be careful. The murderer is the Herald of Death. He's dangerous.
Oh, thanks for your concern. Oh, be careful. Been a hot minute since anyone said that to me. And even so, it's my duty to solve the case. Doesn't matter if nobody pays me. I'll still find the killer and exact justice on the spot. A fool I happen to be on fairly good terms with. Revenge killings or turf wars. Wouldn't be unusual for gang members to die like that, but dying at the hands
Ethias
of someone
says, "Look
psycho
at Judge
killed for
Dredd over
kicks,
here."
That I can't accept.
Judge Dredd. What's that supposed to be? I've never heard of that before.
No matter where you are in the cosmos, which era, regardless of how civilization evolves, some rules will just never change. Like an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth.
Hey, guess which lucky girl just managed to snag the last copy in the whole store? Oh, who's this?
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ashvale, the famous detective. You could say your friend and I are acquainted through past clashes.
We didn't actually fight though. I don't really know this guy.
We did have a bit of a clash of opinions back at the tavern, did we not?
That's what you meant by clash? Fair enough.
First time I've ever heard anyone introduce themselves as a famous detective. Mr. Ashvale?
Ethias says,
Why are you
"Judge Dredd is a
staring at me?
fictional character in universe where
something
police go
weird on
around
my
killing
face?"
people." Orlum shrug.
Ah. That's something that Asheville would do. He would kill the fucking criminals that he has his eyes on.
Young lady, you're holding a copy of Fluffy Across the Blue, right? Would you mind giving it to me?
Well, give it to you! This was the last copy in the store, you know.
I see. Of course, I'm not asking you to give it away for free. I'll pay for it. The retail price is 300 credits. I can pay you 10 times sticker price. 3,000 credits. What do you say?
Hey, mister, this isn't about the money.
Because it was the last one on the shelves. True. The last item in stock is like a final
Why do you
cake
want-
plate. The last
Ethias
prey
says,
animal on the
he
plains.
even had a cool
Famous to
movie,
stir all
Dread
herbs to season
2012.
before anyone else. So,
Oh. I didn't know that. I'm not as familiar with movies.
th- 30,000 credits. How about that? That's my final offer. I'm not exactly
Ethias says,
rolling
"I
in the
know."
money.
Why are you fighting over a comic book with a kid? Aren't you a bit too old for stuff like this?
Truth is, I'm actually buying it for that foolish friend of mine. The one who died. Today is his farewell ceremony. I thought I'd buy him his favorite comic to pay my respects. He'd always be rambling on about some raccoon with a baseball bat, and how the journey of the express would never end, that kind of stuff. I heard those stories so many times, it felt like my ears were gonna fall off.
Hostel was freaking reading her adventures. Why is he in a mafia?
But after all that fuss, I completely missed the chance to buy it. Every store around here is sold out.
That's enough. My poor little heart can't handle sob stories like that. Here, Mr. Ashvale, take the comic.
Oh, Thank you very much for the comic, young lady. Here's the 30,000 credits. Ooh, as promised. Oh, I heard you're the real-life inspirations for the characters. Since you're here, could I perhaps trouble you to sign it?
Unbelievable.
Ethias says, fun fact, Judge Dredd started
Thank you
off as a
both.
comic.
Of course, I'd
Oh
concede
my
Mr.
god,
Marius
why is
and
that everything sort of as a
some
comic?
elements. As a token of my gratitude, I'd like to give you a friendly word of caution, little girl. I know you plan to target the Herald of Death and cement your heroic image. However, all eyes will be on you during the Phantom Moon Games. On such a public stage, discretion would be wise. Because when the masses see your magnificent miracles and wield your extraordinary power, fear and jealousy could turn their wish power into wish you ill power at the drop of a hat. Forgive the expression, but you get what I mean. So, whatever plans you might have for this Herald of Death, why not leave the whole messy affair of revenge to someone who couldn't care less about winning or losing? Like me.
Buddy, I got personal beef with this guy. I am not gonna let you kill him. I know you got personal beef as well, but it's first come, first serve.
Just like this comic, I'm dead set on getting him.
Is he an acquaintance of yours?
He's just some weird detective who was passing by.
It's nearly time for Perlux Corp to pick us up. We should get going.
Where do I go?
Well, we're here. So where are they? I don't see anyone in IPC uniform.
They're running late. Maybe we got the wrong time. We got stood up.
No way. They're professionals and they work for a huge company. There's no way they just bail without saying anything.
Greetings, crew of the Astral Express. It is my honor to escort you on your visit to headquarters.
Mechatron?
I am guard number 100086, created by Perlux Corp, a security specialist from the business division. My designated human name is Pharaoh, said to derive from an ancient language meaning iron. It's a pleasure to be of service.
Wow, a Mechatron employee. How cool is that? Why a Mechatron? How long have you been waiting here?
Please, do not concern yourselves with such things. My sole duty today is to ensure everyone reaches Perlux headquarters safely and happily.
So, what are we waiting for? Let's go!
According to the instructions given to me by Madame Pearl's secretary, there is still one more guest I need to pick up.
Well, now, how did I not see this coming? Looks like we're going the same way after all.
It's you again!
You just left us to come back? That's so fucking funny, Asheville.
Hey, Mechatron, what's the plan? Do we hop into your cockpit, or are you gonna give us all a piggyback while you fly over?
Your ride is ready. Please, take your seats, everyone.
Oh, that's a sick ride. Can I have this car? I want to have this car summoning.
Whoa! Now that's what I call a custom paint job.
Your ride isn't your run-of-the-mill business car, but a customized, made-to-order vehicle. used especially for receiving guests.
Sorry, this might come across as a bit insensitive, but I have to ask, can Faerun actually fit in the driver's seat?
You can't fit. How are you gonna drive this thing?
Of course not. I'll be driving and monitoring this vehicle remotely. Please, take your seats.
Now that is astonishing.
Oh god, Walt's geekness is coming out.
Wow, that's one massive robot!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the headquarters of the Perlux Corp.
Back when Himeko said this was an entertainment company, I knew their headquarters wouldn't be some ordinary old office building. But this is way too much. That giant robot statue? This place is totally like some supersized mecha hangar!
Ha ha! You're absolutely right. In accordance with the vision of our founder, our lobby was intentionally constructed as you see it now. To realize dreams that far exceed what consumers imagine has always been Perlux Corp's core design philosophy, and we have never strayed from it. If any of you are familiar with our company's works, you may recognize this as
Mechatron Warrior Series, the Daybreak Squadron's base of operations.
Looks like Mr. Yang here is quite a fan of our company's animated works. Now, Madam Pearl,
Well, he used to be an animator.
everyone from the Astral Express to take a tour before your official meeting begins. She has arranged for a member of our staff to accompany you, so please wait here a moment.
I understand, Mr. Faerun. Thank you for escorting us all this way.
Well then, I'll take my leave. This way, Detective.
See you around, everyone.
Oh, really? Pearl wants us to look around here before the meeting? That seems kinda weird.
Could it be related to her proposed collaboration? Perhaps this is her way of introducing her other identity.
It's all good as long as we get a chance to look around. That works for me. Why don't we explore while we wait for our new guide? Mr. Yang! Over here, quick, come on!
Looks like...
Mr. Yang, isn't this your favorite giant robot? I don't know what to say, except this is awesome!
I saw it. Please, just keep it down. We're here as their guests. We should be careful about what sort of impression we leave. Looking more closely, it appears many of this Mechatron's components were never installed. Oh, what a shame. I was hoping to see it finished, to see the completed Mechatron. Imagine how it would look in motion. What a glorious sight that would be.
Really? In that case, Mr. Yang, let's hear it. Which one's stronger? This giant robot, or that Arahato you designed back when you were an animator?
That what now?
seeing as we're on someone else's property, comparing robots from different works would be most disrespectful to the creators themselves.
Come on, tell us. Pretty please, I wouldn't know too. Comparing things in human is new. We can't help ourselves.
Arahato is an animation all about robots, while Daybreak Squadron is a live-action hero drama. The two really cannot be compared.
Oh, what a stereotypically textbook mature answer.
My days of being a hot-headed young man are well behind me, so please, cut this mature old man some slack, would you? We don't usually come to a place this cool. So why don't the three of us take a photo under this massive Mechatron?
He sounds so more excitable than old Weld.
Now we're talking. Let me set the self-timer, so we can all get in the shot together.
Oh, standing below a huge Mechatron like this is just incredible.
Looks like Mr. Yang's still young at heart after all.
Wait, what? What was that?
Where did this extra person in the photo come from?
Ghost? But it's daytime, and there's way too many people here anyway. Who are you?
Oh.
She has a cool design.
Truly is a magnificent face. Oh, it's nothing like how it looks on the news. Being able to see it up close feels almost surreal.
Do you have a crush on me or something?
Am I too close? No, sorry, my bad. I'm not great with personal space.
Keep the compliments coming and inclusion. Don't scare me like that again. You can't afford consequences.
Sorry. It's impossible not to stare at a face this amazing. You'll forgive me, right? Oh, right, I forgot to show you my ID. Right, here we are. I'm Nihilux, and I work at Parallax Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department. I'm a P-30 agent who works for the IPC.
She's Nihilux? Like the freaking for Bobo director?
Just a slightly higher-ranking workhorse, that's all. Not on the same level as those big shots from the Strategic Investment Department who you folks usually deal with.
So, what brings you here?
Madam Pearl sent me to the lobby to pick you up. All of you are famous super cosmic level heroes whose faces have been all over the news more times than I can count. So of course I recognized you right away and just couldn't help rushing over here to snap a selfie with you. Hope you don't mind.
I see. Then, hello, Miss Nihilux.
Hello, everyone. Starting now, I'll be your tour guide, taking you on a comprehensive and in-depth tour to every single must-visit place in this building. From the Mechatron Imagenesis that managed to pique Mr. Yang's interest, to Miss March's favorite fluffy across the blue merchandise, I'll reveal all the secrets behind our hottest products.
Oh, seriously? I can't wait!
Of course I'm being serious. If there's anything you want to see, learn about, or even get your hands on along the way, anything at all, just let me know. Why don't we head to the gift shop first? I'll get you all some souvenirs.
Hey, wait. This isn't right. Isn't this Pom-Pom?
Oh, wow! Oh, that's some really fine craftsmanship.
This is a toy model of Alloy King Pom-Pom, which hasn't been officially released to the market yet. But just you wait. You'll see even cooler toys coming up later.
Are you sure there's no copyright issue with this thing?
Actually, this is Pom-Pom from Fluffy Across the Blue, which is totally unrelated to the Pom-Pom from Astral Express.
That still means they are related. Copyright stuff is really complicated, huh? Why is it called King Pom-Pom?
King Pom-Pom and Pom-Pom are different characters. You really shouldn't be making cross-franchise comparisons. Speaking of souvenirs for the Express, I bet nothing could be more perfect than this toy. I have a small favor to ask. Would you mind taking a photo with me by that headless Mechatron statue over there? And maybe signing the photo too. I'd love to leave it as a memento for the staff at Perlux Corp. How's that sound? If you're willing, I can pull a few strings and use my access privileges to give you all the gold-plated prototype of the yet-to-be-released King Pom-Pom Alloy Armor 999, the only one in the entire universe. Just give it a thought.
Sounds like a sweet deal.
A one-of-a-kind souvenir in the entire universe? Our conductor will definitely love it. It's all up to you.
Come on, let's go.
Where steel meets madness and battle meets honor. The all-new.
You didn't expect that, huh? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Perlux Corp. The Mechatron production line can be hazardous. For your safety, please observe all safety guidelines and refrain.
You watch Daybreak Squadron 2?
Man and Mechatron in perfect harmony. Ready to take a photo?
I'm ready. The officially licensed Fluffy. I love this one so much. I suddenly have this selfish urge to keep it all to myself.
And don't forget about that exclusive gift you promised.
You bet. In fact, I'll throw in a normal edition for each one of you as hush money. Come on, let's head to checkout.
Where's checkout?
How are you doing? It's my pleasure to serve you.
I'd like to present each of our 3 distinguished guests from the Astral Express with an Alloy King Pom Pom toy model as a gift.
Sure, you got it. For the gift expense record, could you please provide your employee ID?
Please charge these expenses to this employee ID.
Huh. This is Madame Pearl's ID number.
Pearl's ID number?
After all, you are esteemed guests invited by Madame Pearl herself. It would only be fitting for the gifts to be presented in her name.
I see. Please wait a moment. Your Alloy King Pom Pom is all packed up. Would you like to take it with you, or shall we use our delivery service?
Since we still have the tour to go through, please just have it delivered to the Astral Express.
No problem. Hope you enjoy your visit here.
Now that the gifts are done, I'll take you to the Mechatron Design Lab.
This is the part I've been looking forward to the most.
I hear.
No danger detected, but never let your guard down.
Ah, you're the... No way, you're Miss Raccoon. No, that's not right. You're oh, from the Astral Express. Wow. And is Miss March Bunny herself here too?
Hi. I actually prefer to be called by my real name, March 7th. This is Mr. Yang.
How lucky to meet 3 members of the Express crew at once. I'm a huge fan of you all, especially my senior. I haven't missed a single episode of Fluffy Across the Blue. And I've even bought all the collector's editions.
How could this guy say he likes you more than me to my face? Good thing I'm not that petty.
Could have fooled me, Marsh.
It's hard to tell if people in this world love the real Express crew or just the cute animal crew from the Fluffy.
I don't just follow the Fluffy series. I've been keeping tabs on all your adventures in Bellabog, the Cienjo, Penacony, and Emporius. Though, it's such a shame there's so little video footage of the Emporian War online. Oh, right. I just rewatched the scene where the Trailblazer embarked on another trailblazing expedition in Holy Grail Stay Night. Oh, your speech was so inspiring.
Oh, stop it. You're making me blush.
Oh, right. I have a precious trash can in my collection at home. If I'd have known I'd meet my senior today, I'd have brought that can with me. Could I ask for your autograph? If that's okay with you. Just sign my clothes, please. I'm never gonna wash this ever again.
Oh, you're acting exactly like me from 10 minutes ago, kid. Don't worry, she won't fly away just yet. As for you, you've been chattering away nonstop. How about giving us a proper introduction so that your idol gets to know you better?
Sorry, I got way too excited. I'm Warrior Cinderborn from Daybreak Squadron. And my real name... Well, my real name doesn't matter. Just call me Cinderborn. If you're not in a hurry, would you mind chatting with me for a bit?
Daybreak Squadron is the most popular superhero drama in Full Wish TV's Mechatron Warrior series, following the story of young heroes fighting alongside Mechatrons against the Shadow Slither to save Plain Arcadia.
I never expected Mr. Yang to be so familiar with our story's background.
After all, I'm a loyal fan of your show.
I'm truly honored. I'm just a small-time actor playing a hero on TV. And like my senior's deeds inspired me, Daybreak Squadron has also motivated people to fight against all challenges in real life. Recently, Full Wish TV got approval from the Department of Aberration Defense. So now, the magical Mechatron Daybreak Warriors from the show can operate in reality. My friends and I are just honored to fight alongside the real Bullet Worm.
Sorry. I didn't quite understand that. So, are you still an actor or not?
How should I put this? My teammates and I are both actors and real masked heroes. Whenever disaster strikes the city or evil threatens citizens, we show up alongside Mechatron warriors to protect everyone. I'm here today to test a Mechatron's performance and do some advertising shoots while I'm at it.
Full Wish TV and Parallax Corp have always been partners. Even the squad's transformation Mechatron is imaginated by Parallax Corp. The more popular Daybreak Squadron's drama becomes, the more wish power flows into the Mechatrons, making the squad shine even brighter in reality. And the more active they are, the better Parallax Corp's model kits sell. It's a perfect, virtuous cycle.
Shouldn't we continue with the tour?
Oh, sorry for taking up your precious time with all this chit-chat. If the crew hasn't visited the combat testing area yet, I'd like to volunteer myself as my senior's opponent for the test, if that's all right.
Is that really okay? Wouldn't it cause damage to the place?
Well, of course I know your bat could send us all flying with a single hit. This time, we'd like to invite you to experience synchronized Mechatron combat. The hero of the Astral Express gracing us with guidance and leaving some data would surely make the staff here very happy.
Oh, what perfect timing! The combat testing area is also part of today's tour.
That's the way to fame for ya. Don't let down those kids who look up to you.
Honestly, that's my weakness. Can't allow myself to let adorable kids down. First, have everyone take part in the assembly process for the Mechatron in the control room. Then, using this Mechatron as a template, we'll build a smaller unit for her so she can try out the combat test program. So, follow me, everyone. This is Parallax Corp's Mechatron Imagenesis Design Lab. 15 years ago, the first Mechatrons of Plain Arcadia were born here, and they immediately gained widespread social influence upon their debut. Today, Mechatrons have become the most common and iconic symbol throughout the streets. You could say that Mechatrons are the first and currently only Imagine that can be mass-produced on assembly lines. Imagine such as Mechatrons, which can be produced and discontinued at will, are the perfect residents for Plain Arcadia, and perhaps the perfect IPC employees too. In some people's eyes, being able to create an infinite army of Mechatrons would be even
I love her eyes. I love her eyes. It's so fucking great.
Say, dear guests, do you know what the first step is to creating an Imagine in Plain Arcadia?
Drawing the physical form, making a wish to Aha. Something an applicant.
As expected of the Nameless, you're quite knowledgeable about the customs and culture of the world you've set foot in. Drawing the physical form means humans using brushes to give shape to fictional beings, which was originally the domain of professional artists. But here, collective creation and standardized Mechatron blueprints have replaced traditional artwork, improving standardized workflow efficiency and reducing wish power resource waste. In short, this is the industrial revolution everyone's been chasing.
Oh, to think that even in the Genesis, a skill as magical as this could be industrialized. I'm suddenly starting to admire the IPC.
That's nothing. Our company aims to create 2 billion Mechatrons for social production and public services before Arcadian Calendar 2030. And that includes special combat Mechatrons like the Daybreak Squadron.
It still throws me off that this is supposed to be like our current modern day time. And that 15 years ago was like in the past, I think, of ours. That just throws me off.
That's a staggering number. But can the wish power of the people here really sustain so many Imaginae?
That's why Perlux Corp keeps churning out animations and hero shows one after another. In other places, these are just entertainment. But here, they're legit breeding grounds for spiritual energy. All of this shall serve Madame Pearl's grand goals and ideals. All right, back to square one. First step, let's go print the Mechatron structure blueprint.
Ah! Mama, thank you for the 100 bits. Give me a second, guys.
Ethias says, "What was that wind?" Salim23 says, "Hi." Ethias says, "1 second has passed."
I am back! Give me a second! Also, hi, Slim. Also, that wind is something that I don't know why they did it. Into one of the most beloved characters of all. Let me see. Where do I go? Do I go here?
Salim23 says, "How are you, Urbru?"
I'm good.
Please adjust the Megatron design parameters.
I had a good night's sleep, which is rare.
Megatron assembly blueprint updated. Processing.
That would be me. I would go for every parameter until I'm satisfied. How are you, Slim?
Ethias says, I had a chaotic night's sleep because of high fever. Mr. 148 mistrusted.
Printout always comes out
Oh
exactly
no. I hope you get better soon. Do you have the flu or something? Or like a cold?
Your suspicion makes sense. But please answer my question first. Which do you prefer? The sense of achievement that comes from hard work, or the convenience of getting things done easily?
The sense of achievement that comes
Ethiad
from hard
says,
work.
Some virus, probably.
You got that.
I feel that will soon, Diaz.
Ethiad says, the fever is low now.
You can meticulously adjust
That's good.
every parameter.
Did you take medicine?
One button to skip it all, and the automated system will always produce results that meet the standards.
Do you have any other symptoms?
Amazing, right? Just like how the inventors on planet Skrullum used to ask themselves, if all their inventions were already pre-recorded in the Supreme Punch Tape, what's the point of inventing in the first place?
Printing complete. Please retrieve your blueprints.
What you just said is the answer. It's not about the results of creation, but the elation we experience in the process.
Is she an elation character or she has to be a 5-star?
Ethiad says, I had a runny nose, but that's over. I didn't take any medicine because there was no need.
All right.
Oh, hello. But please show me your Mechatron assembly blueprint.
Just be sure to rest, okay?
No problem. The blueprint has been recorded. The Mechatron parts are ready to go. Hope you enjoy the experience.
Mr. Yang, you're not coming along?
No. March and I will just watch you play from the side.
Now then, please follow my guidance to complete the Mechatron assembly. This experience mainly involves assembling 3 parts: the arm, the shoulder armor, and the Daybreak blade on the back of the Mechatron. Go for it, little raccoon! Assemble the Magico Mechatron Daybreak Warriors and save our city!
Ethiad says, Nihilix could be your new chat voice.
I wish she could be, yo. That would be awesome. I love her voice. I love her voice.
All right, everyone, I'm heading out.
Am I supposed to go in here? Or... Is I supposed to go in here? Oh god, bright colors. The Mech Assembly project brought you to the Parallax Corp. You will be tasked with installing the arm, shoulder guards, and the Daybreak blade, a custom engineered weapon designed for giant mech armor. Please follow all the instructions during your session. Utilize the detonator to remove parts from the frame and engage the mechanical arms to lock each piece into place. Ward has then make turns turbo unforgettable but nameless. The cooperation has included a thrilling new feature following the assembly phase. What could it be? The anticipation is impalpable.
The first step of assembly is to remove each part from the frame, one by one. Nippers, hobby knife, sandpaper, sanding stick. Parallax doesn't provide any of these. But don't worry, the explosive device will solve all your problems. Just step on it, bravely.
Oh, this is gonna be. Where is the detonator? Oh, I see what it is. If I can do it. Why can I not do it? That's supposed to be the way to... God damn it, I keep on. Platformers are not my thing! Are these not platforms I can stand on? Apparently not. How do I do this? It says I need to go up, but how the fuck do I go up? I'm gonna look this up. So I have no clue. Ah, I see. God, I forgot that each time you can.
It may look look brutal, but it leaves no burns. And that's the magic that we at Perlux Corp are so proud of.
Oh, this is gonna be annoying to do. Oh, fuck. Fuck me! I hate this. I hate this. This is not my thing. No! Okay, there we go.
Next, please activate the mechanical maintenance arm and align it with the shoulder joint base to connect the arm.
Okay, we got one arm done.
We're done with the arm for now. Next, activate the mobile maintenance rack and adjust the mech armor to the shoulder armor panel position. Just like before, the first step is to remove the parts from the frame. Artificial gravity field adjusting. Please exercise caution. Activate the thruster and push the shoulder armor towards the unit interface. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This giant Mechatron is truly the soul of Perlux Corp. Now, for the final part. Please install the Daybreak blade on its back. Aim at the mounting point on the back, and fire! Awaken! Daybreak Blade!
How did I get stuck in here? I managed something that I shouldn't have been doing. That shouldn't have been done.
Mission accomplished! The colossal Mechatron you built with your own hands will now stand proudly in the center of this hall. The great hero of the Astral Express has graced this place, left behind a blueprint, and even contributed their own inspiration to the completion of the Mechatron statue. What outstanding promotional material this is for the marketing department. new hero is born right here. Step forth, Miss Little Raccoon, and become the guardian of Planar Cadia.
Powerful wish power supply entity detected. Initiating link. Mechatron synchronization rate 15%.
Assembly complete. Could the next step be?
That's right. With the completion of the Mechatron assembly, it's time for some heart-pounding combat.
Mechatron synchronization rate 39%. 42%.
Your little fanboy, Cinderborn, is eagerly awaiting some pointers from you. While we can't power up this big guy, I've printed a small unit. Now it's time to show you how a Mechatron fights.
I merged with the Mechatron? Where am I now?
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Why, of course.
Oh.
It's the combat testing sandbox. Look, those dazzling colors are like an express train traversing through the stars. Enhanced full body armor, a steadfast shield for the people. Roar! Let your blazing soul ignite! What a powerful strike! That's our hero got blocked by an illegal building! City, what are you doing? No choice left. Smash it to pieces, hero! Just focus on dealing with the city's crisis, and let Madame Pearl worry about the Pomp and Duo mentioned City has made it through the worst of it! Hero, do we press on? The monsters that were hiding here seem to have been reduced to nothing.
Could it be the one and only trailblazer of the Astral Express walking towards us? Galactic Baseballer! We've been expecting you.
Although the giant shadow crisis in Duo Mention City has been dispelled, the real battle for you and the Daybreak Squadron is only just beginning! As the old and new generations of superheroes, you will face off here to determine the victor!
Forged by raging fire, burn away the darkness, the star that sets the world ablaze! Blaze Weaver! Soar through the skies, flames of lightning! From the blue heavens descend, Azurling! Ka!
This is Alejandro.
Shatters the eternal night. Light blazing bright. The radiant bow of hope. Dawn lands.
Cut through despair. Unyielding blade of steel. Edge that never fades. Cinderborn. You can do it, friend.
Darkness wanes, and dawn awakens! The Daybreak Squadron arises! This is an official challenge from the Daybreak Squadron, great hero of the Astral Express. If we defeat you, we hope you'll accept our invitation to become the honorary Phantom 5th member of the Daybreak Squadron and help us safeguard the peace of Planar Cadia.
Don't worry, I won't lose. Nah, I still want to Continue trailblazing. He's already gray, so what other colors can I use? Don't worry, I won't lose.
Ha ha! I admire your competence. Hey, Greg, didn't you have something to tell your hero? Now's your perfect chance.
My friend, you know what? Every time I transform into a Mechatron, I imagine I'm you. I think about what you would do when facing danger. It is your adventure stories that give me strength. So I'll give it my all from now on. Please don't hold back.
Deal.
Now then, let's settle this on the horizon, where the vengeance moon rises! Let the two of us see what you're made of.
Come on! One and only Trailblazer! Too slow!
I shall bring judgment! It's your turn! As expected of the Astral Express hero, so powerful!
Boss, Greg, I'll leave the rest to you!
The honor is mine to cross blades with you.
As heroes, we'll never back down!
For justice!
Save your trouble!
This strike contains all my respect. Bring it on!
What? Even the invincible little raccoon is reaching her limit? Listen, those are the people's wishes. Power converging as one. That is limitless possibility!
Everyone's wishes! I've received them all! Trailblaze Infinity!
Interesting! Interesting!
You really got into character. That was some great acting.
Huh? Were we just fighting in a film studio?
Don't tell me you actually thought you were fighting them in a real city. That ain't gonna happen. Madame Pearl's insurance fund would collapse. It doesn't matter if it was a real fight or a fake one. What matters is your experience. Did you have fun? The user gave us a 5-star review. Thank you for your kind feedback. Your satisfaction and approval are our greatest motivators. Looks like the Daybreak Squadron is waiting for you. You gave them quite a combat lesson, it appears. Why don't you go share a few words with those youngsters?
As expected of my senior, that was awesome! My life is now complete.
Before joining Daybreak Squadron, Gray had always been your fan.
That kid knows every story about the Astral Express like the back of his hand. He's always looked up to you as his role model. Even as his leader, I'm nowhere near as important to him as you are. Huh, what an amazing battle! Well, more than beating you, we were hoping Gray would leave a lasting impression on you. After all, being remembered by their idol is the highest form of praise for a fan, isn't it?
I'm already satisfied, just knowing that the name Cinderborn will remain in my senior's memory.
It's a shame, though. If she really could become the 5th member of our team, our recognition would rise even further. After all, many people still think we're just playing hero.
That's only because we haven't done anything truly heroic yet.
Don't worry. Given the state of Duomension City, a mind-blowing crisis is bound to happen sooner or later, and that's when we'll get our chance to shine! Ha ha!
Yeah, just yesterday, I rescued 5 people from a gas explosion. Hope they recover soon, and spread the word about how awesome Daybreak Squadron is!
There you go again, casually saying the strangest things. Like the Astral Express. We don't need to act to prove something so long as we stay true to our own path. Sooner.
Silly you. Is the Astral Express all you ever think about? Why don't you just go join the Express as one of the Nameless?
Come on. Don't make fun of me. I'm still just a rookie. How could I possibly be worthy of boarding the Express and fighting alongside seasoned veterans?
Anyone who perseveres in their own life is a hero indeed.
Thanks for your guidance, Trailblazer. And lastly, I wonder if you could take a picture with the rest of us.
Trailblazer, please, take a photo together with us!
Whoa! My senior's so close to me that my heart's beating like crazy.
3, 2, 1.
Darkness wanes and dawn awakens! The Daybreak Squadron arises!
Time's about up. We should meet with Madame Pearl now. Oh, right. Want to say goodbye to your big fan before we go?
Blue, yellow! You guys were amazing back there! If we record this for promo material, we'll definitely get a ton of new followers!
If only we could have beaten the Nameless! We were actually so close during that Mechatron fight!
What are you talking about? There's no way we could have beaten the Trailblazer.
Well, it's not entirely impossible, I'd say. Ever since I converted, I feel like both my mind and body have become so much lighter. Gray, you really should join us and do the same.
Haha, Gray. Being a masked hero means facing all kinds of dangers. You definitely feel pretty bad if you couldn't contribute your strength to the team when we needed you the most. Oh, looks like your idol's here to see you. We'll wait for you backstage.
Senior?
You good?
Me? I'm fine. Totally fine. It was no surprise that you took us down without breaking a sweat. It's me. I'm just too weak. I'm always hesitant, whether in combat or dealing with life. Even though I know I can never become an amazing hero like you, I've always been trying my best to get... It's a bit embarrassing to admit, but no one ever taught me the principles of how to live and behave growing up. I dropped out of high school pretty early and started hanging out with street gangs. Every time I threw a punch to intimidate someone, I thought I was being a hero. But when I saw how scared those people were, I had this nagging feeling that maybe I was doing something wrong. Later, when I read about the Astral Express story online and learned about your legendary deeds, I finally understood what it meant to be a true hero. Looking back at how immature and awful I was, I made up my mind to leave my old organization. Now I too have a chance to become a hero like you. Together, with my brothers and sisters in the Daybreak Squadron, I can bring happy smiles to the residents of Plain Arcadia and protect them whenever danger appears. But I'm just too weak. I don't have the immense strength like the Express Nameless. I don't even have any special talents. Maybe I've chosen a path that doesn't really work for me.
Desire to fight for others is strength in itself.
I don't want to give you empty platitudes about humans triumphing over fate. But I do believe that while kindness isn't something you can learn, strength is something you can acquire. Your desire to fight for those around you, and your wish to bring smiles to others, that's your greatest strength.
Thank you, Trailblazer. Thanks for listening to my ramblings. Could you please sign that famous line? That's the one! That's exactly it!
Rules are boundaries, and anyone who pushes beyond those boundaries becomes, in a sense, one of the nameless.
I'll remember today for the rest of my life. Goodbye, Trailblazer. I hope by the next time we meet, I'll be a true hero just like you.
Apparently, we can view the grayscale models in development. This Jiffy.
Well, that about wraps up today's tour. After seeing everything, what do you think? Indeed, rather than the power to rule this world directly, that individual draws even greater strength from Parallax. The stories and dreams spun by this enterprise are capable of steering the future of Plain Arcadia and of serving as the cradle for new Imaginae. Madame Pearl is waiting for you at the top of this building to discuss matters regarding the Phantasmoon Games. Let me give you a little reminder. The rules of Phantasmoon Games have never required any competition between supplicants.
What are you trying to say?
As an IPC employee, employee. I've said far too much. Your friends are waiting for you in the hall. You should go meet up with them. Don't keep them waiting too long.
I feel like Mechatrons or Captors would freely take off.
Teleport?
Ladies and gentlemen, to Perlux Corp. To ensure your safety and comfort.
Mr. Yang and I watched the whole thing on the screen. Not only did you assemble the Mechatron and give autographs to your fan, but you also got to live out your superhero fantasy. Did you have fun?
I mean, I already am a superhero, so my fantasy already came true.
Mr. Yang's looking at you with such loving eyes, like a parent watching a kid riding on a carousel at an amusement park.
Indeed. Seeing her so happy reminds me of my younger self. Those were the days.
What are you talking about? Mr. Yang, you're still as young as ever. Oh, right. We've been wandering around here for ages and seen everything there is to see. What's this Madame Pearl really up to?
I understand everything she wanted to show us. There are just a few questions I'd like to confirm with Miss Nyalux.
Miss Nyalux? Wait, where did she go?
Ah, there you all are. We've been looking everywhere for you. The Secretary's office sent Agent Feld here to keep you company while you wait, but he said he couldn't find any of you.
Wait, if Mr. Feld is the one who's supposed to meet us, then who is Miss Nyalux?
Miss Nyalux? Who?
Agent Nyalux, an IPC ranking P30 who works at Perlux Corp's Imagenesis Technology Department.
P30? Imagenesis Technology Department? Since when did Perlux Corp have an Imagenesis Technology Department?
Could she be some kind of corporate spy who snuck into the building? Oh, this is a real mess. What are those security guards even doing? Distinguished guests, are you hurt? Or did she trick you into giving her money or anything like that?
No, not at all.
This lady seemed totally legit. She smoothly guided us around the place like a pro. I thought she was one of your people.
I need to report this to security right away. She can't have gone far. Let's catch her in the act.
Thank you for your help. Astral Express crew, Madame Pearl has been waiting for quite some time. If it's convenient, shall we head out now? I'll show you the way. Please inform Madame Pearl that the 3 guests from the Express will arrive shortly.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Perlux Corp. All Mechatron units displayed in the exhibition area are available. For more information, please consult a nearby staff member. We wish you an
Pearl demonstrated the full process of creating a Mechatron army, based on what I saw.
Hello, guests from the Astral Express. Nice to see you again.
Thank you for your gracious hospitality, Madam Pearl.
I understand there was a minor incident in the lower lobby involving someone impersonating a Pearl Lux employee. I hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment.
Not at all. I think.
Don't worry about us. But how are things with you? Did you lose any valuable tech? Blueprints?
No. Pearl Lux's data firewall remains untouched, and all assets under security network surveillance are intact. The only change is an additional expense claim under my employee ID. Never mind. I can make a preliminary assessment that this was the result of someone's momentary impulse. Lately, mishaps have been piling up, like dark clouds before a downpour, casting shadows of uncertainty over my plans.
Could you be referring to the Herald of Death?
33 citizens were found dead in the Dovebrook district. In addition, an IPC specialist assigned to negotiate the purchase of a Mask of Elation died in an unexpected incident. This party has made overt threats to public order and is clearly challenging the IPC. My intuition tells me this is only the beginning. Managing capital and managing a corporation share one thing in common. That is, an aversion to risk and a pursuit of stability. And I bear, as the executive officer of Plain Arcadia, I bear an inescapable responsibility for the safety of this world. As one of the 10 Stonehearts, I hope to bring the Phantasmoon Games to a swift and safe conclusion. Rather than staging another dangerous battle, like what happened at Graphia Academy, I hope the supplicants can show the people of this world miracles of joy and happiness, instead of sorrow and rage during the Phantasmoon Games. Therefore, I'd like to hear the Express's request. Trailblazer, please, tell me. What's your ultimate goal for joining the Phantasmoon Games?
You mentioned earlier that you wanted to talk about the Phantasmoon Games with me?
I'd like to talk about our ultimate goal for participating in the Phantasmoon Games.
Huh. Got something in mind?
Oh god, the head is shocking.
I think the rules and rewards for the Phantasmoon Games are a little too vague.
That's exactly what I thought when I joined the games 15 years ago. These games allow supplicants to do anything, good or evil. As a result, everything that unfolds in the course of these games exists beyond control. What's more vague is what can winners do when they share the power of the elation. According to legends and historical records from Ahatopia, victors typically first witness the manifestation of Aha themselves. They listen to the victor's wishes and grant them permission to use their power. And the applications of this power seem to be boundlessly vast. When faced with countless choices, the situation becomes even more thorny than having no choice at all. Sometimes I wonder if we had agreed to become the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance, how would this trip have turned out?
I want Aha to be the leader.
If I win, I'll give up sharing Aha's power and ask them to be the leader of the Anti-Destruction Alliance.
That's such a hilarious idea. I can totally picture it.
I mean, that's serious. I'm not joking around.
I get it. That's actually a brilliant idea. To
Hey,
begin
kitty.
with, this is far more meaningful than taking up a god's authority and squandering it freely for a single minute. Secondly, placing an Eon on the righteous cause of opposing the universe's greatest threat is something neither the IPC nor the god itself could reasonably object to. Finally, this would also help us avoid the risk we currently face, cooperating with the IPC while remaining wary of being drawn into its ambitions during the operation of the Anti-Destruction Alliance. If we handle the negotiations well, perhaps AHA could stand behind the Astral Express, just like our cooperation with the Xianzhou, where we could maintain distance from one another while offering support from afar. The only question is, will AHA agree?
Don't worry about that. From what I know about them, they'll agree. What kind of god of games would they be if they broke their own rules? Besides, they still owe the Express a debt.
Is that true?
This is their IOU for the Express debt from when they were traveling with Akavilli, complete with their signature and seal.
Solely for the sake of fun, I have on numerous occasions during my voyage aboard the Extra Express misappropriated and vandalized public property of the Express, thereby incurring financial losses to the Express and liability for third-party damages. Having received this the conductor's earnest instruction, I have come to a profound realization of my transgressions. I hereby itemize all outstanding reparations below to be settled at a future date. The limited so regardless dues for Maha is as follows. Tail microwave oven. Supersonic slippers. Optical camouflage cloak. Anti-gravity levitation carpet. Wait, what? Hold a brooms of bearing striking resemblance to its swords. Note liability for this entry is joined assumed with Alcaphili. Entity? Trying to conduct this outfit? Organ. What the fuck is this? So Pom-Pom has met the fucking AHA.
Passenger, use this to blackmail them. That one will definitely give in to your demands. Probably.
So, you're saying you want AHA to take on the leadership of the Anti-Destruction Alliance?
Who is AHA? Someone in this world has to be AHA, and I don't know if we have met them yet.
Logical extrapolation. Failed. Success rate indeterminable. This peculiar proposal nearly brought my thought process to a halt.
Wow!
This request is far too lacking in structure, yet within an irrational context, it seems to conceal a certain kind of logic. If the universe is the master of Elation's playground, then they should do something about this playground that's about to be destroyed. As expected of the Trailblazer, your thinking is so out of the box. I've learned something today. However, I don't think you stand much of a chance in the games, because I've joined as a supplicant.
Wait, what?
This is an age-old question. Do Intellitrons possess a soul? The mask responded to me, which means the Elation has acknowledged that Intellitrons also have the potential to seek pleasure. And I am perhaps the first Intellitron supplicant in the history of the Phantasmoon games.
Plain Arcadia's administrator is a supplicant?
At the same time, she has at her disposal assets of staggering magnitude. What, Perlux Corp among them.
Aww, with money and power on her side, wouldn't her chances of success be way higher than ours?
As I previously proposed to Miss Himiko, I'm willing to cooperate with the Astral Express to ensure the smooth progression of the Phantasmoon games.
But the Astral Express isn't your only partner, is it?
I have 2 other allies. However, you all are my most promising ones. Once the Astral Express joins, it will maximize the safety and success of this Ionic game. And I will do everything in my power to fulfill my partner's wishes within that limited minute.
This is just like the Destruction Alliance. She's here to recruit us.
As we told you before, our strategy is to become a sail, advance and retreat together. The Astral Express is not a lone supplicant, since we have our own allies in the games.
An ally like Sparksy? It's true that you defeated her and took her mask, but given her typical decision-making style, Sparksy isn't exactly what you'd call a reliable ally. Hypothesis. The Sinwish Syndicate's missing mask. I thought it fell into the Xianzhou's hands. Don't tell me. Yao Guang gave it to you guys?
That's right. 3 against 3. We're tied at the moment.
With this new variable in play, I'll have to adjust my extrapolations. But the conclusion seems unchanged. After all, as the administrator of this world, I have the natural advantage in resources.
That doesn't necessarily is an advantage.
An IPC senior executive, Plain Arcadia's administrator, a member of the 10 Stonehearts, joining the games personally. It certainly has an intimidating ring to it. But when you think about it, isn't this identity precisely the greatest burden Madame Pearl has to overcome?
She's right. Your identity is far too sensitive. You want to control these games and end it safely and quickly. But Plain Arcadia's citizens might not see it this way. All they see is the all-powerful IPC and an influential executive pulling all the strings. Your every action will be scrutinized twice over.
A sharp observation, I must say. Quite impressive.
But I do not believe you yourself would overlook this. Madame Pearl, what is it that you seek to obtain from the Phantasmoon games at any cost?
what I seek is a treasure lost to this world's history. I want to recreate Graphia's divine art of imagenesis.
Does that have something to do with painting?
Hard to believe, no? My birth originated from the theme assigned by the celestial differentiator of planet Scrulum, art. At first, I was nothing more than a machine that imitated human paintings. For an Intellitron, generating works of art is no great challenge. Day after day, I studied. Day after day, I exhausted every possibility. I could instantly analyze the proportional structure and pigment composition of any painting. I could precisely reproduce every pixel of Graphia's masterpieces. Yet I could not create as she did. Graphia's ultimate creation was establishing the world in canvas at the end of the Phantas Moon Games. I want to understand her thoughts at that moment and touch the essence of creation.
Is this your personal pursuit? Or the IPC's demands on this world?
Both. The IPC's point of view is far more pragmatic. The world in canvas is a dimension that can shield us from the Antimatter Legion's warfare, and they've always been eager to master this technology.
Unfortunately, it seems we can't convince each other to back out for now.
Then, I have another proposal. Why don't we shift our perspective and turn our attention to those two supplicants who haven't surfaced yet? These two individuals' objectives are unclear, and their abilities remain a mystery. If left unchecked, we might see a repeat of the Herald of Death tragedy. I have a cooperation proposal that could help us gather intelligence on them, and I'm willing to share this piece of information with you all. That is correct. But all you need to do is sacrifice a tiny sliver of your reputation.
What do you mean?
Before we move on to the details of our cooperation, would you like to take a short break and have some tea to wet your whistles? Or shall we continue?
How long have you been in life for? I've been in life for 2 hours. I think we can go on for a bit longer.
I was thinking of having Perlux Corp host an expo for the Astral Express. As for the name, how about Star Rail Fest?
Star Rail Fest? You mean hosting a Fluffy Across the Blue convention?
Correct, but not entirely. The Fluffy is well known in this world, so it's a good collaboration element. But what I want is an unprecedented Astral Express exhibition, with the Fluffy being just a small part of it. The real stars of this grand event will be you, the Express crew. You'll be there in person to meet the people of this world.
Are you trying to use this exhibition to lure those two unidentified supplicants out of hiding?
Huh? What if they're up to no good? Won't that just make us walking targets?
What's it in for us?
What could be more inspiring to the people of a world than standing face to face with heroes of the cosmos? That's an enormous amount of wish power, and the Astral Express is the very source from which this wish power originates. Together, we can create a miracle for all to witness in Arcadia devoted to the legends of heroes. I'll also get Full Wish TV and other mainstream media outlets involved for promotional cooperation. And in return, wish power will flow to you. Of this, I have no doubt.
Deal.
A wise choice. Before the Star Rail Fest officially begins, I have one more favor to ask of you all. I'd like the Express crew to pay a visit to Blurry QR Colt, the original author of Fluffy Across the Blue.
Such a weird pen name. Who's that?
Doesn't Pearlux own the rights to the Fluffy?
Since their debut, this author has remained anonymous, never revealing their true identity in public. But if the real-life inspiration behind the story were to pay them a personal visit, it would surely be a great honor, and likely persuade them to attend a signing, stoking the excitement even further.
Leave it to us.
Now that we've reached an agreement, I'll leave it in your capable hands. By the way, before you leave, please accept this small gift as a memento of our first collaboration.
What is this?
I've studied in detail the records of my colleagues' interactions with partners in Penacony, and I was particularly inspired by Aventurine's technique of giving small gifts that symbolize good fortune. So please, keep this chip with you as a symbol of good fortune for our future cooperation. Take care.
Well, we'll be on our way then.
As your private detective, I must warn you that a grand exhibition of unprecedented scale would make for a perfect opportunity to reenact the Bloodstained Games.
I understand. That's why I have a mission for you. Protect the Nameless at Star Rail Fest.
You actually think they would need my protection with their strength? Don't tell me your extrapolations predict even bigger trouble ahead.
Hidden beneath each extrapolation, tiny signals of unease keep bubbling up to my thought interface. I must be thoroughly prepared for whatever may come. Now that you've taken up the mask, let's talk about payment. What do you want? The same as always? Money?
Before we talk about payment, let's discuss the Herald of Death. Although the Department of Aberration Defense sealed and destroyed all records of the Bloodstained Games, I still managed to uncover some unusual leads. After the Herald of Death incident, the victims' families collectively received compensation so massive it could fill any gaping wound. So, I figured maybe we could find some leads by looking into official Plain Arcadia expenditures. But here's the interesting part. This item was nowhere to be found in that year's public financial report. Care to guess whose? It was you, the omnipresent IPC. To be precise, it was the IPC's technology department that paid this astronomical compensation.
Following the usual human drama tropes, am I supposed to give you a round of applause now? Being able to dig up all this information really shows your connections and capabilities, Detective Ashvale.
In movies, a big shot like you would usually raise a hand right about now, revealing the dark muzzle of a gun. I'm afraid you've learned too much. And bang! That's when the gun goes off. And I, the poor sap who uncovered the truth, am supposed to bite the dust.
Sorry, my hand is on the checkbook and unavailable. Mr. Ashvale, tell me, how many zeros would you like to see on that check for our cooperation?
It's not about the money.
Indeed, money isn't the issue. 100 million credits.
Are you trying to buy me off like some poor victim's family?
300 million? I know you've always needed money. For cryosleep, supporting the families of fallen comrades, and for treating those who survived. Isn't this exactly what strategic investment is about? Putting money in the hands of those who need it?
I'm not your lackey, Intellitron. Tell me the answer.
500 million? I could pretend there's a glitch in my calculation process and make it a cool billion for you. Money or answer? Your call.
I want the answer.
Oh, an unexpected choice. It defies my usual understanding of your decision tree. Note, I say this without sarcasm or ridicule. The answer is, I don't know much. Hard to believe, perhaps. But as CEO, my power isn't unlimited. Besides, the Herald of Death affair lies 15 years in the past. This world is like an unfinished game of chess that's been dragging on for years. The hidden moves laid by the previous player keep becoming my challenges. Even today.
But since you've invited me to finish this game together, sharing intel is a must.
Reasonable. I'll share what I know about the answer. Marcus Antali, the Herald of Death, last member of the Intelligentsia Guild School of Evolutionary Perfection. 5 years ago, his identity was confirmed, and he was executed. Note, executed in every sense of the word. Miss Yabali, head of the technology department, took possession of his belongings, and even I don't have the clearance to access those records.
No wonder. So, that guy was practically IPC personnel, give or take. That also explains why the technology department shelled out the compensation. Yet, the method behind this latest killing is identical to the one from years ago. If the Herald of Death is truly dead...
A serial killer coming back from the dead is the least of our worries. Even if a serial killer does come back to life, he's still just a serial killer who's been shut out of the Ionic game. What's more concerning is this. Someone wants to exploit the legacy of the Herald of Death. Miss Yabali took away everything that man left behind, except for the fear he instilled in the people of this world. And during the Phantasmoon Games, not only can miracles trigger wish power, but fear too. Based on my extrapolations, the appearance of this new Herald of Death might mark the beginning of the festival spiraling out of control.
No wonder you're in such a hurry to end the games.
Mr. Ashvale, I've always respected you. But right now, I need to rely on your strength even more.
Respect. When I was younger, what I really wanted was to make the IPC fear me. The passage at times not exactly kind, is it? Deal, Madam Pearl. But I will require one more form of compensation. Whoever this new Herald of Death is, I must deliver justice with my own hands.
By the authority vested in me as CEO of Planar Cadia, I pardon all crimes committed in the course of your revenge. Go ahead and do what you must, Mr. Ashvale.
My friend, I don't blame you, but I'm done being a breathing dead weight. So do me a favor and pay me back for that drink with this bullet.
Just do it, you coward! Let me die as a Galaxy Ranger before I turn into a monster of abundance.
Bana, shoot me. I beg you.
My Skybo above, may you have a pleasant dream.
Wait, is Ashvale actually from the Xianzhou?
Not knowing why you exist here. That isn't life. In ancient times, humanity's daily goal was to obtain 2,000 calories of food. Humans back then knew they were just one member of the animal kingdom. They understood why they migrated, hunted, gathered. But now, in an era where you can get food delivered to your door with just a tap of your finger, effortlessly achieving that 2,000 calorie goal, humanity has lost its way like never before. Tell me, will the Phantasmoon Games bring a new direction to this world, Ashvale?
What's wrong with getting food with just the tap of your finger? Well, don't tell me you want to go back to the days when everyone was starving and at the mercy of the harvest. 2,000 calories are pointless, but just for survival. It's the goals beyond 2,000 calories that define humanity. And the Phantasmoon Games holds up a mirror to humanity, allowing them to see their truest selves. I'm just a detective. Ask me such a profound question again next time, and I'll charge extra.
My apologies. I just heard you joined the Phantasmoon Games and couldn't resist asking for your thoughts. You've met Madame Pearl, huh?
She dumped this hot potato of the Herald of Death on me.
On us. Judging by your expression, it seems less like a hot potato and more like a sweet fruit.
Because I have a lead now. I think the key lies in the word copycat. To prevent copycats, you kept the Herald of Death's modus operandi from 15 years ago under wraps, which means...
There's only a few people who could reproduce this killing method with such precision. The investigators from the Security Bureau and the Department of Aberration Defense at the time, and those directly involved in the Herald of Death case.
Detective Kochiva, I've heard that you've devoted considerable time to researching the crimes from the Phantasmoon Games.
So, I'm the prime suspect now, is that it?
Just a bit of minor deduction. After all, murderers always love to return to the scene of the crime. Isn't it coincidental that you happen to be standing right before my eyes?
That's not deduction. It's a conjecture at best. As for investigating those two categories of suspects, we've been doing that for a long time already. It's been 15 years. The relevant people and the victims' families have all gone their separate ways. Tracking them down now won't be easy.
Yeah. After losing their loved ones in such a cruel way, their hearts were shattered. Many couldn't bear to stay in Dovebrook District and chose to move away. I remember seeing that in the case files you sent me. They even formed a mutual aid society for the victims.
I wonder, after all these years, have they managed to heal the wounds in their hearts?
Maybe they have. After all, they go by a new name now. The Research Society of Happy Smiles.
Ah, you mean that charity with the slogan, Healing Smiles, Healing Arcadias?
Before he died, Kostad mentioned that group to me. He said quite a few young people in the gang left without looking back, just to join them. So I thought, maybe we should start by looking into their rivals.
The Research Society of Happy Smiles, huh? A charity that helps people escape their pain and find happiness, offering free counseling, medical care, all of that good stuff. Sounds like they've turned over a new leaf. How could you call them rivals to the underworld?
I dug a little deeper into them, and found something interesting.
You mean your monkey dug up something interesting, right?
Okay. Mr. N dug up something interesting. Have you heard the name of the sponsor behind the Research Society? Her name's Fullwish.
That name rings a bell. Wait, isn't she the boss of Fullwish TV? I think she was one of the survivors of Graphia Academy too. This is getting a little too coincidental. Just like every case you've accidentally cracked before. Mr. Ashvale, should I compliment your keen instincts or your incredible luck?
Luck's a part of a detective's toolkit too. Anyway, whether Fullwish is guilty or not, we won't know until we look into her. That's why I asked you here.
Dovebrook District New Life Project. Public Recruitment and Mental Healing Seminar at the Research Society of Happy Smiles. And she's the speaker? Holding a seminar at a place meant to bury past trauma. The very site of 2 bloody incidents. Miss Fullwish's audacity is certainly impossible to ignore.
So what are we waiting for? It's time to drag Dovebrook District's old skeletons out into the light.
Are you talking? Yeah, I'm almost there.
I want more happiness.
I think we're gonna leave it there for today. Otherwise, we probably are going to get caught up in a lot of story. Let's try the Nocturne. Playing Honkai too. Anyways, guys, I will see you all probably tomorrow with like a stream tomorrow. And until then, I'm gonna continue Honkai Star Rail story till we finish it. And then I will be probably doing an art stream because I'm feeling a bit better. So I should be able to do art. Because I still owe you guys that. Until next time, bye bye.